continuing our BAC meeting. We will proceed with the pre-bidding conference. This is for the construction of ATS Building, bid number 24-082-10 Alpha, with an ABC of 157 million. This is an ATS project. And this, Mr. Chair, this will be presented by ATS Engineer Alfred Estura, Mr. Chair.
All right, sige, Alfred.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Alfredo Distura to present the pre-bid conference for the construction of ATS Building. Permission to present my slides.
Yes, please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon. Do you have my screen right now?
Yes, Sir Alfred, we can now see your screen po.
Thank you very much. I understand there are bidders present, sir, in the pre-bid conference.
Yes po, Sir Secretariat. Please admit the bidders po.
And Mr. Chair, I have with me also are the consultants for the construction of ATS Building.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is the pre-bid conference for the construction of ATS Building. The invitation to bid for the construction of ATS Building has been posted. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines through the fiscal year 2024. COB MYBA intends to apply the sum 157 million pesos and zero being the approved budget for the contract ABC to payments under the contract for construction of ATS Building. Bid number 24-082-10 Alpha. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected.
Sir Alfred?
Yes,
Sir Alfred, sorry, your screen is not moving po, sir.
Sorry. Excuse me, Sir Chair, do you have my screen right now?
Yes po, Sir Alfred, we can now see your screen po. Please proceed nila po, sir.
Okay, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines through the fiscal year 2024, COB MYB intends to apply the sum of 157 million pesos and being the approved budget for the contract to payments under the contract for construction of ATS Building, bid number 24-082-10 Alpha. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines now invites bids for the above procurement project. Completion of the works is required 450 calendar days, inclusive of 23 rainy and workable days. Bidders should have completed a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly Section 2 instructions to bidders. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act number 9184. Interested bidders may obtain further information from the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines back office and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday to Friday. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on 16 October 2024 until the deadline of submission of bids from given address and websites below, and upon the payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 50,000 pesos exclusive of any and all taxes imposed by relevant government agencies. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees by presenting the official receipt in person. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines will hold the pre-bid conference the day to October 22, 2024, 9:30 a.m. at CAAP Conference Room, CAAP Compound, Mayor Road, Aquino Avenue, 1300 Pasay City Metro, Manila, and or through video conferencing webcasting via Jitsi, Zoom, Google Meet, which shall be open to prospective bidders. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address as indicated on or before November 5, 2024, 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 16. Bid opening shall be on November 5, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. at the given address below and or Jitsi, Zoom, Google Meet. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act number 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. Among all listed in the Section 2 instruction bidders of the bid documents at 5.2, the bidder must have an experience of having completed the single largest completed contract or SLCC that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC adjusted. If necessary, the bidder to current prices using the PSA's CPI, except under conditions provided for in Section 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of Republic number 9184. A contract is considered to be similar to the contracts to be bid if it has the major categories of work stated in the BDS. In the BDS, the category is the building construction in the amount of the ABC of 157 million pesos. Under item 7, subcontractors is not allowed. Item 10.3, a valid special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract for this project. Any additional type of contractor license or permit shall be indicated in the BDS. The valid pickup license or valid special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract for this project is medium B, license category A in building and industrial plant. No other contractor license or permits is required. So under 10.4, a list of contractors, key personnel, example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foreman assigned to the contract to the bid with their complete qualification and experience data shall be provided, So as shown, 10.4 are the key personnel, general experience, and relevant experiences. You have to use the Annex B forms 3, 4A, 4B, and 4C for this. At item 10.5, a list of contractors, major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreement supported by proof of ownership, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be, must meet the minimum requirements for the contract set in the BDS. So the minimum major equipment requirements are the following as shown: the equipment, capacity, and number of units. And we have to use the Annex B, Form 5 for this. So under item 12, alternative bids, no further instruction for this. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid security declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. If the project allows partial bids, the partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot and the lot shall not be divided to sublots for the purpose of bidding evaluation and contract award. For post-qualification, with a non-extendable periods of 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder of the notice from the BAC that is submitted the lowest calculated bid, the bidder shall submit its latest income and business tax returns filed and paid through the VIR electronic filing and payment system and other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and stated in the BDS. So as shown are the requirements. The bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements equity shall submit the following as shown. So failure to submit this, any of the post-qualification requirements of time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR of the Republic Act 9184. The signing of the contract, item 21, documents required in section 37.2 of the 2016 revised IRR, number 9184 shall form part of the contract. The following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the lowest calculated bid as part of the contract agreement during its signing. So, A, construction schedule, B, bar chart and S-curve, C, the per CBM network diagram, the D, manpower schedule, the E, construction methods, F, the equipment utilization schedule, construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment for the construction of the ATS building. Under special conditions of contract, in item number 2, not applicable. 3.1, the procuring entity shall give possession of all parts of the site to the contractor based on a schedule, the schedule of delivery indicated in the SEC, which corresponds to the execution of the works. If the contractor suffers delay or incurs costs from failure on the part of the procuring entity to give possession in accordance with the terms of this clause, the procuring entity representative shall give the contractor a contract time extension and certifies a sum as fair to cover the cost incurred, which sum shall be paid by procuring entity. So the civil abuse authority field shall give possession of all parts of the site to the contractor upon receipt of the notice to proceed. So under 5.1, within 10 calendar days from receipt of the notice of award from the procuring entity, but in no case later than the signing of the contract by both parties, the successful bidder shall furnish the performance security in any of the forms prescribed in Section 39 of the 2016 revised IRR. So in addition to the performance security, The winning bidder shall submit a contractor's all risk insurance or carry prior to signing of the contract. So under item 6, site investigation report, none. The warranty against structural defects, failures except that occasions on force majeure shall cover the period from the date of issuance of the certificate of final acceptance by the procuring entity. The specific duration of the warranty is found in the SCC. So in case of permanent structures, it is 15 days, 15 years. Day works, no day works are applicable to the contract. Item 11.1, not applicable. The contractor 11.2 is also not applicable. In advance payment, the procuring entity shall, upon a written request of the contractor, which shall be submitted as a contract document, make an advance payment to the contractor an amount of not exceeding 15% of the total contract price to be made in lump sum or at the most 2 installments according to a schedule specified in the SEC, subject to the requirements in Annex E of the 2016 revised IRR, Public Act number 91A. The amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. Other progress payments, no further instruction for this. If required, in item 15.1, if required, the contractor will provide as-built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals as specified in the SEC. The date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. A PDF AutoCAD file of the as-built plan shall include as attachment to the required hard copy of the same upon completion of the project. So under 15.2, if the contractor does not provide the drawings and or manuals by the dates stated above, or they do not receive the procuring entity's representative's approval, the procuring entity's representatives may withhold the amounts stated in the SEC from payments due to the contractor. The amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. Under the scope of work for the construction of the ATS building, the project covers the supply of labor, materials, mobilization, demobilization tools, equipments, and construction-related permits necessary for construction of ATS building at CAAP head office with the following scope of works which shall be done in accordance with the approved plans, specifications, and provision of contract. The details of work are the best enumerated below, but be noted that the contract includes all works and services, although not specifically mentioned herein, but are needed to fully complete the project. The scope of works are the following. The scope of work includes all incidentals necessary to complete the work in accordance with the contract documents, but is not limited to the following: generally and preliminaries, drawings, specification, bill of materials, temporary facilities, site requirements, earthworks, structural works, masonry works, architectural works, painting works, doors and windows, plumbing and sanitary works, electrical, electronic works, mechanical works, fire protection, furniture, materials, handling, keeping and warehousing labor and manpower deployment. The work shall be done all in accordance with the approved plans and specifications subject to the terms and conditions of the construction contract and the general condition which shall have supplementary effect. The works shall be completed and turned over to CAAP within 480 calendar days, Sundays and holidays included, commencing on the day from receipt of the approved letter of award notice to proceed. All bids are to be completed and submitted to CAAP, all in accordance with the issued approved instructions to bidders. The contractor shall also provide temporary facilities to the project, which are enumerated in the delineation of work for temporary facilities and utilities and are but not limited to the following: transferable contractor and PM's office, including table and chairs, waterproof temporary warehouse that is transferable as per condition warrants, water services and supply needed for construction, temporary power supply needed during construction, safety equipment such as water, field drums, fire extinguishers, signboards, board ups, and bulletin boards. Drawings, a soft copy of plans and or drawings will be provided to interested bidders. The bill of quantities, the instructions on bill of quantities are provided in section 8 of the bid documents. The checklist of the technical and financial documents are shown and also included in the bid documents. Mr. Chair, this ends my presentations. If there be any questions from the bidders.
At this juncture, we are now opening the floor to prospective bidders for questions and clarifications. Should you wish to ask question po, kindly press the raise hand button po. We have Ritbeat Construction and next Seed Tech Consultants.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon po.
Yes, for purposes of you record, I mean for records purposes po, kindly state your name po
Okay po.
and the company you represent before asking questions.
Okay po. Good afternoon po. I'm Dante Guerrero from Litbit Construction. Regarding po sa plans, magre-request lang po ba kami sa email para po dun sa plans?
Yes, sir. You can request it from the BAC secretary. Wow. You already have a copy there.
Okay po. And additional questions lang din po. Regarding po sa may Annex C Form 2 and 3. Same lang po ba siya dun sa may attachment niyo po ng summary of bid proposal and bill of materials or cost estimates? Page 445 and 446 po of the bid docs. Kasi para magkaiba po kasi yung nasa Annex C form and yung mga inattach po ng mga na summary of bid proposal and yun sa bill of materials po.
Let's check more of it. Annex C.
Yung sa detailed estimate po. Parang hindi po kasi nag-aano dun po sa form po.
For well, sir, just checking.
Sir, we will just check the documents po.
Okay po sir.
Pertaining to what, sir? Anong form po?
Bali sir, regarding po sa yung sa summary of approved budget and the detailed estimate after po ng section
Form
bill of
3 po ba? Sa yung Form 3, BAC SF Annex C, Form 3, the same lang po yun.
yung rows and column niya kasi sir is parang hindi po nag-jive doon sa may section ng bill of quantities niyo po.
We will just follow dun na lang sa ano mo, sir, sa bill of materials na pinakita namin as an example.
Is it clear na po from Ritbeat po?
Sir, pwede pong ma-flash po yung yung kung alin po yung susundin.
Sige, sige. Sir Chair, present ko lang ulit yung ano po, window. Nakita na po ba? Yan, ano? Ito po ba?
Yes po, sir.
Oo. Pares lang po ito doon sa ano sa bill of quantities naka-indicate doon sa
Actually,
section.
sir, upon review po namin is iba po yung ano niya, sir, pagkaka-format po.
Susundin na lang po natin yung as an example doon sa sa naunang pakita ko lang.
Sige po, sir. Parang nasa page 330 po, sir.
Yes, sir. Ito po, nakikita niyo po ba?
Yes po, sir.
Ito kung ano nandito, dito na lang po susundin natin.
Okay po, sir. Sir, okay lang po ba, sir, ano rin po to sa, if ever po is mabit bulletin po? Kasi ang nakalagay po kasi sa checklist
Yes.
is form Annex C na yun po yung nasa kabila.
Yes po, sir. We will be issuing bid bulletin to clarify this item po.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po, sir.
Maraming salamat po. Can we proceed to Septic Consultants? Septic Consultants po. Do you want to ask questions, clarifications?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Kindly
Hello.
state your name po.
I'm Engineer Humberto Cedro from Delpar Construction, representative of Delpar Construction. Clarification lang, sir, regarding sa PLGIPs, legal documents. In lieu of, for example, PLGIPs lang ang ilagay namin sa documents, hindi na kami maglalagay ng mayor's permit. And then, kasi nandun na doon sa PLGIPs kasi, nandun na yung PLGIPs, nandun na yung mayor's permit.
Yes, sir.
AFS, pwede nang platinum PLGIPs registration na lang ilagay namin instead of
Yes, sir. Yung
mayor's
yes, sir.
permit.
Provided po, sir, na updated po yung lahat ng mga entries po sa Annex A ng Field
Okay, sir.
Certificate of Registration.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Another thing, sir, regarding sa envelope natin, first and second envelope, ano ba yung first envelope and second envelope natin? May
Sir,
mother envelope ba tayo?
my mother envelope, sir. Inside the mother envelope is the technical documents envelope, and then the second envelope, the financial component.
Okay.
Yun po, sir.
Bali, what copy 1
One.
and copy 2 lang, sir?
No need for copy 1, copy 2. Original copy lang po.
Original
bid.
copy lang. Okay.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome po. Any other questions po from other prospective bidders? Mr. Dennis Vallador? Yes, sir?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. You're from what company po?
RDT Construction, sir.
Go ahead, sir. With
Sir, yung
question.
question ko lang is about sa bid docs, sa bid preparation. Kailangan po ba na may tabbing or table of contents or with number of pages? Ano po ba? May specific instruction po ba kayo?
Sir, we encourage bidders to provide tabbings and pagination in order for your documents to, to maintain the integrity of the documents. But though wala po siya, hindi siya specifically indicated in our bid documents that it's a ground for disqualification, but we encourage bidders, prospective bidders, to include in your preparation of documents the tabbings, pagination, and the signature in each page of your submitted bids.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome po. Any other questions from other bidders? Mr. Dennis, you still have questions po? You are still raising your hand? Okay.
Sir?
Yes po, sir.
The same applies to other projects, infra projects?
Yes, sir. Lahat naman po yun. In all our projects can po.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome po. Vitvit Construction.
Good afternoon, sir. Asidante po ulit, sir, from Litbit. Sir, ina-allow po ba mag-barracks yung mga workers or mag-stay in? Allowed po ba sila, sir?
End user, please.
To answer that, siguro, with limited person lang ata, ang alam ko, sir, sa security natin. But,
Noted in that. Yes po, sir. Go ahead, sir.
siguro, attorney, can we include that in a bid bulletin para just to give din a channel?
Regarding po dyan, sir, meron po naman pong pre-construction meeting. During the pre-construction meeting, yan po yung, I think, one of the items na mga for discussions po, or items na i-discuss ninyo with the end user and our engineering ADMS po.
Thank
Okay
you.
po, sir. Thank you po, sir.
You're welcome po. Seedtech po. Seedtech, pa po kayo, sir.
Clarification, sir, doon sa contract duration nyo na 480 ba yun? 480 calendar days. Kasama ba yun, sir, yung rainy season sa duration?
Oh, yes, nakasama na yun. 23 days.
Okay, thank you, sir. One more thing, sir. Regarding sa submission ng bid docs sa bidding, pwede bang soft copy ang i-submit namin?
Sir, right now, sir, yung require po namin is yung hard copy po.
Hard copy? Okay,
Yes
sir.
po,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
You're
Thank you,
welcome
sir.
po. Any other questions? If there is none, we would just like we would like to remind our prospective bidders that you can still raise your questions or submit your questions or clarification 10 calendar days before the opening of bids. So if wala na po, we can now officially close the pre-bidding conference for the construction of ATS Building. Oh, mayroon pong pahabol ata si Seedtech. Seedtech, yes po, sir.
Sir, may additional question ako.
Yes po.
Regarding sa sir, sa site visit, kailangan pa ba kami mag site visit? Or kailangan ba ng site certificate of site visit? Sa
Sir,
bidding?
kasama po siya sa mga post-qualification documents. So, you
so
need to
hindi
conduct
kasama
site-
doon, sir, sa checklist ng bid docs ng bidding.
It is not included, sir, in the opening of bids, checklist of requirements during the opening of bids, but this will be required during the post-qualification submission kung halimbawa kayo po yung lowest calculated bid.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome po. So with that, we can now formally close the item for the pre-bidding conference of construction of ATS Building. So again, thank you to all our prospective bidders for joining the pre-bidding conference, and we look forward to your submissions po. Maraming salamat po, and you may now leave the meeting room po. Mr. Chair, we now proceed, sir, with the pre-bidding conference. This is for the construction of runway turnaround pad and continuation of strip grade correction at Zamboanga International Airport. This is a rebid with a bid number 24-41-06 Alpha with an ABP of 69,675,369 pesos and 51 centavos.
All right. Sige, let's proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. ADMS, please. ADMS, you may now share your screen and start your presentation.
Okay, sir. Let me share my screen, sir. Nakikita naman po ba yung presentation?
Wala
Wala pa
pa.
po, Engineer Glenn.
Okay, wait. Sorry, an error support. Technical error. Tayo mag-share. Nakikita na po yung presentation.
Yes po, Engineer.
Akin na. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. This is the procurement of construction of turnaround pad and continuation of street grade correction at Zamboanga International Airport. So, the source of fund of the project is CAAP APP project CY 2024. The approved budget of the contract is 69,675,369 pesos and 51 centavos. So these are the minimum technical personnel required for the project and the minimum major equipment requirement for the project. So the required pickup license is a medium A license, category B, road, highway pavement, railways, airport, horizontal structures, and bridges. The duration of the project is 210 calendar days, inclusive of 11 rainy or unworkable days. The applicable fee for the bidding documents is 56,000 inclusive of 12% VAT. The submission of bidding docs shall be on November 7, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. as well as the opening of bid. Under the bid data sheet, ITB clause 5.2 for this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to the contracts which have the same major categories of work which shall be concreting of roads or other horizontal structures with the ABC of 69,675,369 pesos and 51 centavos. For ITB clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. For item 10.3, the valid pickup license or a special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration of the type and cost of the contract for this project, a medium A license category B, road, highway pavement, railways, airport, horizontal structure and bridges. No other contractor license or permit is required. Item 10.4, so these are the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. 5 years in general engineering and 3 years in concreting of roads or other horizontal structure. For item 10.5, again, these are the minimum major equipment requirement for the project. ITB clause 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. And the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Item 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. For item 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit the following: the updated valid PhilJEPS certification or registration, latest income and business tax returns filed through the electronic filing and payment system, the key personnel licenses, updated status of all ongoing contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, issued by the government agency or private concern. Failure to submit any of the following of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. Item 21. The following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing. This also include the construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment. Under the special condition of contract, GCC clause number 5, in addition to the performance security, the winning bidder shall submit contractors all risk insurance or carry prior to signing of contract. Item number 13, the amount of the advance payment shall not exceed the 15% of the total contract price. For item 15.1, the date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project, with the date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. The PDF or AutoCAD file of the as-built plan shall include as attachment to the required hard copy of the same upon completion of the project. For item 15.2, the amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. These are the checklist of technical and financial documents. This is the site development plan of the project. So the hatched in red at both ends of the runway are the turnaround pads, while the hatched in gray is the continuation of strip with correction. This is the typical section for the turnaround pad, and also the typical section view for strip with correction. This will be the typical blocking plan and the reinforcement layout for the turnaround pad. Also included in the scope of work is the provision of runway edge lights and turning pad lights layout. And also included in the scope of work of the project are the turnaround pad markings. For the scope of work of the project, we have this mobilization or demobilization. We also have temporary facilities. Under the temporary facilities, we have the staff house and service vehicle. We also have the construction safety and health program, reinstallation or replacement of runway edge light, and installation of turning pad lights. Under construction of turnaround pad, we have excavation and disposal, aggregate sub-base course, 20 mm thick, cement treated aggregate base course, 150 mm thick, Portland cement concrete pavement, 380 mm thick, and turnaround pad markings. Under the continuation of strip grade correction, we have the excavation and disposal and embankment. This also include the scope of work is the general provision of the project. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
At this juncture, Mr. Chair, we are now opening the floor to hello. We are opening, Mr. Chair, the floor for questions and clarifications from our prospective bidders, if there is any. Prospective bidders, kindly raise the raise hand button po kung if you wish to ask questions or clarifications po. Prospective bidders. Any questions or clarifications? Going once. Twice. Mr. Chair, it appears that no questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders, and we can now officially close this pre-bidding conference, Mr. Chair.
All right. If there's no question, then close. All right. So do we have any other item remaining?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Just a reminder, Mr. Chair, to our prospective bidders that you can still submit your questions or clarifications 10 calendar days before the opening of bids. Maraming salamat po for participating today's pre-bidding conference. You are now excused. You may now leave the meeting room po. Moving on, Mr. Chair, the last item in our agenda for today is the pre-bidding conference for the design and construction of portable sewerage treatment plant (STP) and interconnection of pipe network septic tank. Bid number 24-083-10 Alpha, with an ABC of 25,769,476 pesos and 9 centavos, an ADMS project. ADMS, please.
Okay po, let me just open my presentation.
Yes po, ma'am. Thank you.
Can you now see my screen?
Yes po.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm going to present the procurement of design and construction of portable sewerage treatment plant, STP, and interconnection of pipe network and septic tank at CAAP head office. The source of fund of the project is from APP CY 2024, CAAP Corporate Fund, and with an ABC of 25,769,476 pesos and 9 centavos. The duration of the project is 300 calendar days, inclusive of 20 rainy or unworkable days. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on October 16 until the deadline of submission of bid. The applicable fee for the bidding documents is 25,000 pesos, exclusive of any and all taxes imposed by relevant government agencies. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office as indicated and on or before November 5, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Bid opening shall be on November 5, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Under ITB Clause 5.2, for this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work, which shall be sewerage and sewage treatment or disposal plant. For this project, subcontracting is not allowed. ITB Clause 10.3, the required valid PCAB license or a valid special PCAB license in case of joint ventures is small b license category C and D, sewerage and sewage treatment or disposal plant. The required minimum years of experience for the key personnel must be 5 years in general engineering and 3 years in sewerage and sewage treatment or disposal plant. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following: 1 bagger concrete mixer, concrete vibrator, welding machine, oxyacetylene cutting torch welding outfit, portable generator set, spray gun with compressor. Under ITB 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Partial bid is not allowed. ITB Clause 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit its updated valid PhilJEP certificate of registration, latest income and business tax returns filed through the electronic filing and payment system, key personnel licenses, and updated status of all ongoing contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, issued by the government agency or private concern. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. The following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing: construction schedule, bar chart and S-curve, PERT or CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods, and equipment utilization schedule. Construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment. For the special conditions of contract, GCC Clause 5, in addition to the performance security, winning bidder shall submit contractors all risk insurance prior to signing of contract. The warranty against structural defects is 15 years. The amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. The date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. PDF or AutoCAD file of the as-built plans shall include as attachment to the required hard copy of the same upon completion of the project. The amount of the bid held for failing to produce as-built drawings and/or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. And here are the checklists of technical and financial documents. For the technical component and envelope, we have legal documents, valid PhilJEP registration certificate, technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, special PCAB license, in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid, original copy of bid security, project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart, list of contractors' key personnel, list of contractors' major equipment units, original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate. And for the financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity. If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement. And for the financial component envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, original duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, summary of bid proposal, bill of materials and cost estimates, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of labor, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of equipment, and cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. So here's the site development plan of the construction of STP. Marked in red is the location of the sewerage treatment facility. Marked in blue is the main lifting tank. Highlighted in green are the existing septic tanks. And marked in yellow are the cluster lifting tanks. This is the perspective of the sewerage treatment facility. And here are the plans under ground floor plan, and roof deck plan. This is the spot details of the cluster lifting tank. For this project, we have 7 cluster lifting tanks. And this is the details of main lifting tank. We have 1 main lifting tank for this project. This is the process of the sewerage treatment plant. So we have equalization tank, then anoxic tank, aeration tank, settling tank or clarifier. Then we have WAS digestion tank, MDS press, process water tank, multimedia filter tank, chlorine dosing system, and filtered water tank. For the scope of work, we have 3 items: general requirements, sewerage treatment facility, and interconnection piping and lifting tanks. Under general requirements, we have mobilization, demobilization, occupation, safety, and health program, project billboard or signboard. Under sewerage treatment facility, we have civil structural works, site works. We have total volume of excavation of 248.12 cubic meters. For backfill, 2.25 cubic meters. For gravel bedding, 9 cubic meters. Under concreting works, total volume is 123.50 cubic meters. Masonry works, including plastering, total area of 34.62 square meters. Steel works, total weight of 1,484.06 kilograms. For waterproofing, total area of 427.77 square meters. Under architectural works, we have painting works of total area 228.70 square meters. For doors and windows, total of 4 sets of windows and 4 sets of doors and 7 sets of windows. Under electrical works, we have control panel, wires, cables, and conduits, main feeder wires, cables, and conduits, and lighting fixtures and wiring devices. Under mechanical works, we have the supply of labor, materials, tools, and equipment for the design and construction of 260 CMD SCF. Under plumbing works, we have piping works and storm drainage system. For item number 3, interconnection piping and lifting tanks, we have civil structural works, site works of excavation with total volume of 50.23 cubic meters, concreting works of 21.96 cubic meters, steel works of 296.35 kilograms. And for mechanical works, we have supply of labor, materials, tools, and equipment for the interconnection and septic tank to STF. And last, we have pipe plumbing works. Under plumbing works, we have piping works. And for the general provisions of the project, provisions for staff house, service, vehicles, laptops, printers, cameras, platters, furniture, and other materials, devices, and equipment under special item or temporary facilities shall not include OCM and C, contractor's property. The contractor shall be responsible in providing safety perimeter fence or security fences, personal protective equipment for staffs and workers on site while construction is ongoing. Safety reports should be prepared regularly. The contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory, material testing, building and safety permits and survey instruments necessary in the project implementation. These expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead costs and shall not be considered as pay item. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, we now invite bidders, prospective bidders, to ask questions and clarifications. Our end user and technical working group are ready to reply. To our prospective bidders, do you have questions, clarifications po? Mr. Eric Samson. Mr. Samson, you may
Good afternoon. I'm Eric Samson from Metro Pacific Water Solutions. The scope of the project is design and construction, pero napansin ko dun sa binigay po ninyong bid docs is complete na siya. Ibig sabihin may design na kayo, kompleto na din yung BOQ, may quantities na. So, ibig sabihin po ba we cannot change those, yung mga quantities doon and yung design? Tama po ba? Basically, pepresyohan na lang namin siya.
Yes, sir. Tama po.
Tama. So, no modification or alteration na sir dun sa binigay niyo mga designs.
Yes, sir.
Construction na lang siya.
Construction na lang po.
Okay. Pwede mag-site inspection, sir?
Sir, pwede po.
Kailan po kaya yung schedule na pwede?
Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. 5 p.m.
Okay. Kanino kaya kami pwedeng maki-coordinate, sir, regarding the inspection?
Sir, 5th floor main building ADMS.
5th floor, main building, PDMS.
ADMS.
ADMS.
Opo.
ADMS. Okay. Dito sa ano yan, sir, no? Dito sa CAAP compound.
Correct, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yun lang, sir. Pag may questions pa kami, siguro we will ask during the inspection, then we will submit through email. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Samson. Any other questions po? Prospective bidders, Miss Regina Tolero.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Regina Tolero of Proton International Resources, Sales and Services. I have questions regarding the SLCC. If you could consider the SLCC i-aggregate po. 2 or 3 aggregated contracts since the ABC is 25 million.
ADMS.
Ma'am, what do you mean aggregate?
Bali 2 projects po that would cover up the 50% requirement of single largest completed contract. For example, the ABC is 25 million. Um, the 50% of this is 12, almost 13. About 12 to 13 million. So if you can consider the 13 million we will use two project for this.
Ma'am, ganito po ma'am, right now
Okay.
po, what is included in our, or what is stated in our bid documents is that, it's only one project, single largest completed project po. But, the end user will, take this into consideration and will discuss this further, ma'am. And should we need to, revise or we, include aggregate, projects for SLCC, then we will just issue bid bulletin for. And if no bid bulletin was issued, ma'am, then that simply means the single project will only be accepted as SLCC po.
Noted, sir. Thank you. But we hope
Okay.
that this request will be considered.
Yes, ma'am. We will. The ADMS and TWG will also discuss that that request po.
Thank you po.
Thank you, ma'am.
And
Any other
last question, sir.
ma'am?
May I ask how
Yes po.
many copies of the bidding documents we need to submit?
Only one copy po, ma'am. Original bid, original lang po. No need for to submit copy 1 and copy 2.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions po from other prospective bidders? Only one? So, just a reminder to our bidders, okay, that Mr. Brian, Sir Brian Bangil po. Sir, you want to ask question po? Okay. Yes, Sir Brian Bingil po. Sir, you are recognized po. Mr. Brian? Brian Bingil, sir. You may ask questions, sir. You're on mute po. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for recognizing me. Nagkaroon ng mga technical problems yung set ko. Sir, I followed the previous items and up to this time, I also followed the item just presented. And our company, sir, would just like to, if we have question, we will write the secretariat, sir, in writing. For the record, sir, I am representing Envision Builders Company, sir. Thank you.
Noted po, Mr. Bangil. So again, just a reminder to our prospective bidders that should you wish to raise questions or clarifications pa po after the pre-bidding conference, you may do so right our BAC secretariat 10 calendar days before the opening of bids. We have here bidding department. Ma'am, sir, kindly
Hello.
state your name po.
Hello po, sir. Good afternoon po. I'm Paul Kame Pasergo from Krypton International also. I would like to ask yung sa 10.3, sir, sa bid data sheet.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Sir, small B license category C and D, is it only applicable po sa joint venture? If we are not joining, we are not yung parang mag-submit ng pickup po. Mandatory.
ADMS. Yes, ma'am. Our end user will respond to you.
Ma'am, ano po ulit yung tanong?
Yung yung requirements po para sa sa yung pickup license, since na-state po dun sa bid data sheet and then dun rin po sa checklist na if joint venture is magpo-provide po kami ng small B license category for category C and D. Tapos, question ko po, sir, if we are not joining as a joint venture, do we still need to submit a pickup license?
Required pa rin, ma'am.
Required po. Bali
Yes.
po, okay, thank you, sir. Yung ano po, yung sa amin po is General Building A with category po yun na kasama na yung Sewerage and Waterworks. Acceptable naman po yun, di ba, sir? Since po parang wider scope naman po siya.
Ma'am, in response to that, ma'am, for as long as you meet po yung dun kung nakalagay po na requirement na pickup license po as indicated in our B documents, then po pwede po, ma'am.
Okay po.
Very specific po yung pickup requirement po natin. So, if you are a single company joining, then you have to
Yes, sir.
submit it and i-meet po ninyo.
Okay. So, we must submit yung po yung small B even if we have General Building A, category A.
Wait, ma'am. We'll refer
Okay
you to ADMS. We'll refer you to ADMS, ma'am. ADMS,
Dati
please.
po.
Attorney, siguro mag-release na lang po ng mag-issue na lang po ng bid bulletin.
Ma'am, we suggest po, ma'am, you write our BAC secretariat po in regarding to this particular question kasi very specific po yung requirement ninyo on the pickup license para lang di po clear po from our
Okay.
end user ano yung response nila na ibibigay po sa inyo.
Noted po, sir. Thank you po. Mag-email po ako.
Thank you. Thank you. EM Cuerpo, please. Go ahead, sir. EM Cuerpo. Sir, your mic is on mute. Kung wala po, Mr. Brian Bingil. Mr. Brian?
Hello po.
Ayan po. Yes po, EM Cuerpo po.
Regarding po doon sa discharge permit po nitong natin, wastewater. Responsible po din po ba kami doon sa permit and even if hindi sa amin yung design?
Sir, yes, sir. Nasa special provisions po yan.
Okay po. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay po. Last round po, if there are other questions. If wala na po, again, we remind you, you can still submit your questions, clarifications, 10 calendar days before the opening of these, just submit to our back secretariat. Mr. Chair, having no questions po from our prospective bidders, we can officially close the pre-bidding conference for the design construction of portable sewerage treatment plant.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To our prospective bidders po, maraming salamat po. You are now excused, sir. Sirs, ma'ams. You may now leave the meeting room po. Mr. Chair, that is the last item in our agenda, sir. We can now adjourn the meeting, sir.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn. Motion to
Motion,
adjourn.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Motion to adjourn, sir.
Thank you. Second. Thank you. So, moved and seconded. So, meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Maraming salamat.